Hello, guys. This is Usman, and you are watching my very first video, which is about 11 Labs. Now, 11 Labs is an awesome audio platform in which you can clone your voice, you can generate a speech from text, and it supports multiple languages. So those TikTok shorts and these YouTube shorts in which you hear those AI voices again and again, 11 Labs has something to do with it. It's really popular and it has exploded. Its use has exploded after the generative AI era. So people generate podcasts with it. They dub videos. They do the audio transcription and many more. So let's get straight to it. I will be focusing more on the practical side of 11 Labs. So since I have integrated ElevenLabs into multiple AI applications, uh, I think it makes sense to, focus on the practical side of it without getting into too much detail. So, what I'll do is I'll explain to you guys how you can clone a voice and how you can generate, uh, you know, a a sound with that particular voice which you have just cloned. Okay, so this is 11 Labs platform. You can sign up, and they give you some free credits to you which you can use. But I think for cloning, you definitely need to upgrade to its paid plan. So I am using their paid version. You can go to uh, all the packages they offer. So for example, I'm using the starter package. So you can try it out. I mean, it's pretty awesome. You'll learn a lot. Even with the free version, you can, do multiple things. But for cloning, you definitely need to subscribe to it. Also, since you will be creating, you will be integrating this into an application, for example. So you'll definitely need an API key, which you can generate here. So for example, if I'm trying to generate an API key, I'll click here and I'll, just give it any name, like give it Afridi with AI or anything. And once you click create, so it will generate an API key. You can copy it and then you can uh, put it there. So definitely I generated and you can see it on my screen, but I'm going to delete that one because I don't want, people to use my uh, API key in their application. So after this video, I'm definitely going to delete this. Secondly, I'll be focusing more on the practical side, and I want you guys to, get started ASAP, not waiting for too much theoretical things behind. I'm really a guy who wants to build stuff as quickly as possible, and I think that's pretty helpful when you're building AI application. So I'll be also putting this collab notebook which I have created, and I hopefully we can create a playlist of 11 labs. So we'll be focusing on its different aspect. So I think that's going to be pretty awesome. You guys will learn a lot. I'm hopeful. So let's get to it. I mean, let's get started without wasting too much time. So yeah, you can go to their documentation. They have a pretty solid documentation, and you can take help from it. So I'll be focusing more on the beginners here in my video, people who are starting to build AI application, and they want to integrate audio in their application, or whatever their use case may be. I'll be using Python. So I'm a Python developer, so I work with Python. So like, but if you work in another language, like for example Node.js, they have got you covered. Okay. So for example, they support multiple languages. So for example, if I'm going to click on create speech, so they have provided a code snippet which you can copy, and you can use it. So as you can see, it's in Python by default, but if I click on it, I got uh, code for multiple languages. So for example, if you're a PHP developer, you can click on it and it will give you the code snippet for the particular use case in that language. Okay. Okay, guys. So now let's get to it. First of all, you need to download or install the package with pip install. As you can see from their documentation as well, you definitely first need to install ElevenLabs, and then you can use it. You can use that client. So I've already run it like before recording this video. I ran it, but for you guys, I'm trying to rerun the whole script. So let's restart the session so that we are on the same page. Yeah, so I'm going pip install. So it will install the library for me. Okay. Now I have put this my recording here, and this is what I'm going to clone. So for example, I want to create my clone, and with that clone, I want to generate multiple audios, like, or let's say a narration in my voice, which I'm sure is not pretty good, because when I hear my voice, it's you know anyway. Uh, Excuse me. So I have uploaded my file. So I'm using Colab, but you can use VS Code or any other application IDE for running this. But I'll try to be as I make it as simple as possible. Okay. So I've installed the ElevenLabs. Now I have um, uploaded this file uh, here. Like for example, I have uh, in downloads, I have my recording. You can just simply put that file. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So for example, if I'm going to clone this file, so I'll drag it here in Colab, and it will get uploaded, and I can then uh, copy its path and put it. So but let's delete that one. I'm not needing that one. So I've already uploaded this one. I'll click on copy path so that this particular path is copied, and I'll paste it here. Okay, which is already there, if you can see. And have imported a Python library so that I'm able to hear my audio here in Colab. You can directly hear it in this section as well, like you can download it here, but I want to play it in here in the Colab notebook. So let me play. How is it going? This is just me testing the audio functionality, if it is working correctly for more than 15 seconds. Yeah, I'm just saying some rubbish, so excuse me, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that I have a recording. It's in an MP3, and it's a file, and with that file, I'm cloning my voice. Okay. As I told you guys, you'll be needing an API key. So I have created a variable here and gave it my API key. Uh, by the way, I'm pressing Shift enter so that this particular section cell is run, or you can run it with this play button as well. Okay. Now I have used the code snippet in the documentation from ElevenLabs here. So what I did is I imported ElevenLabs. I created a client, the API I have provided, and I am cloning voice. So, for cloning voice, I need three parameters, which is name, description, and files, which I'll be cloning. Okay. So name, you can give it any name. I'll give it name Usman Afridi. Okay. A description, I'll give a clone of let's say Usman Afridi, and the file path. So this is the file path I'm gonna be giving, because I'll be cloning this voice. So as you can see, the file path is already here. Okay. And now I will execute this cell. So now I have executed this file. Okay. And I got when I'm printing this voice variable, I'm getting a different things here, like the voice ID, name, samples. I have a sample as well, like I can play it there. Uh, you know, the file name which I have cloned. Okay. But the thing which we'll be needing is voice ID. Okay. So inside this, object, the voice object, we can get the voice ID by, uh, you know, with this command. So voice ID, which will be, this particular ID. Okay. Now I have, perfectly cloned my voice. Okay, and for better results, what they have recommended, ElevenLabs, that it should be a 1 minute minimum audio, so to generate a perfect clone of your voice. But this is a 22 seconds audio file, that's fine as well. Even with 10 seconds, you can get a clone, but the quality will not be that good. So like with more data, the clone is better. Okay, that's what I have observed. Now, uh, uh, now I have got my voice ID. Okay. Now I'm going to generate a text. Sorry, I'm going to generate speech from that particular from a particular text. And for that, we have the text to speech section. So for example, this particular code snippet I have gathered from ElevenLabs, and now I am going to run it. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So, these are the parameters in the API which I need to give. So when I copy it, from here, so by default it has given it, there is a particular voice ID. Okay. Which is there. The output format, the MP3, different formats are provided. So, but we'll be using this particular format. The text which we need to uh, uh, convert into a speech. Okay. Um, so let's give it, any text. This is my first YouTube or video, and I think this is going to be the beginning of something awesome. Okay. And the model ID, so the model ID, the latest model ElevenLabs provide is multilingual. So for example, if someone is, people have different accents, even my accent is different. So, this model is perfect for those. And if someone is like a native English speaker, so they provide a separate model for it, but this is perfect for all the multilingual V2 model. This is the most updated model, and it's perfect for all languages. Okay. Now focus on the voice ID. So this is the default voice ID. When I copied this code, and put it here. Okay, so now I'm going to generate uh, a speech or audio from this particular text with this voice ID. Okay, so I'm going to name it like sample audio. Okay, this is the code which you need because this is an object. Okay, this is an object. When I execute it, it is created into an object. Okay, I've given it the name audio generate, and this is the code which you need to convert that object into a file. Okay, so now let's execute this file. What it will do is whatever is generated here, it will save it and give it the name sample audio. Okay, now as you can see, sample audio.mp3 is generated. Now let's copy its path, and we want to hear it what is said here. Okay, uh, yeah, so I'm going to execute this cell. And remember, the voice ID is by default, of a different voice ID. So let's hear it what it sounds like.
This is my first YouTube video, and I think this is going to be the beginning of something awesome.
Okay, so this is like as you can hear, it's a different voice. Okay, but now I want to hear this text into my own voice. Okay, so that's where the voice cloning comes and the voice ID which I generated here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this voice ID and I'm going to put paste here. Okay, I have replaced the voice ID. Now execute this again so that I can hear the audio in my voice. And now give it the name Usman audio sample. Okay, so now run this one again. Yeah, so refresh it. So Usman audio sample. Okay, you can download it also, like you can download it and play it, but I want to play it within this collab notebook. So I'm copying its path and I'm putting it here. Okay, and run this cell. And now here what's it's how it sounds. This is my first YouTube video, and I think this is going to be the beginning of something awesome. Wow, amazing, isn't it? Now I can, write complete paragraphs or, generate even a podcast, and just give it here like in the text. Okay, and all the complete, let's say paragraphs or chapters will be narrated in my own voice. And I think even with the small file, it did pretty awesome. So that's how you generate speech from text in your own voice. Or let's say if you want to clone another voice, like let's say Sir I don't know, maybe any of your favorite character or movie star you really like, you know or maybe Donald Trump also. I don't know. Whatever you guys like, you just need to provide that particular file for cloning, and then you can, use this to generate that particular audio for that text. Okay.